ultimate team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Steven Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. The play clock's running down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
On second down, McNair rolling to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Play action. It's McNair. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Brad 38. Ohio.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the gun, here's McNair. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jimmy Graham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership, a big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. The defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Now back to throw. And he finds Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
To an eagle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. James Harrison, the veteran, in on the stop. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Obviously, the offense thought they had something going by trying to go wide on a short yardage play. But how about the defense expecting something in the middle and still able to adjust and sprint to the edge and make the play?
They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Play clock winding down. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kyle Juszczyk, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. McNair. And finding Fedorowicz. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Controlled.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, McNair. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They will run again with Coleman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. 3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. C.J. Fedorowicz from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect on the long. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run, and they're still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He finds Coleman. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now McNair. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. In the red zone this time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Patrick DeMarco, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Marshawn Lynch. And that'll bring up second down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery from 8 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. And he's got it up and through. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really... So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's McNair. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Fresh set of downs here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
McNair. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. This is Coleman, and he'll take this inside. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Coleman. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They come out here in the eye. Here's Coleman. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. White 90. Hut. White 90. Hut. 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 Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Hut.
Coleman now. And he'll take this one down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
And from the 3 now, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And the lead will shrink to 6. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. One receiver left, two to the right.
Go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go. 58. 200
They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target, and that'll make it third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass.
And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
And not only did they score,
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.